Welcome back to the 128KB podcast as we are doing a walking and talking show from Cologne.
Yes.
Yes, Gamescom is on. It's happening. Day 2 is about to start for us.
Yes.
Yesterday, we got hands-on with the Xbox Ally X, and we've got some big thoughts.
We do indeed, yeah.
About it. It's a big day.
It was a big day yesterday. I mean, we did 24,000 steps yesterday. 24,000 steps, and currently I'm nursing a torn calf muscle. My left foot feels like I've been run over by a train. And AJ just spent money on water thinking it was still, and it's actually carbonated.
Yeah, I got fizzy water. In fact, there's been a few disasters on this trip.
Yes.
The first one was we got the Paddington station and the train to the airport was cancelled.
Yes.
Second one, so we got to Cologne and hotel reservation didn't exist. That was fun.
Yep.
Which meant we had to find a hotel at about 11 o'clock at night.
Yes, indeed.
And then, apparently Gamescom is walking 13 miles in a day.
Yes.
Not really complaining, to be honest, because it was the most epic day.
It was incredible. It was really nice.
If you've never been, it's the most gaming sensory overload you can ever have.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Everyone is there. Nintendo have gone big.
Nintendo went huge. They had like esports grade like coverage of Mario Kart.
Of Mario Kart, yeah.
Like it's mad.
There's like, they've taken up like half a hall where you can play Pokemon Z and A. There's like literally every game.
Kirby Air Riders, which they only announced the day before.
Yeah,
it's already there to be played.
Right, can we talk about that for a second?
Yes, we haven't talked about Kirby's Air Riders yet.
Kirby's Air Riders is what?
Yeah.
Basically what?
Yeah.
I've got another racing game happening.
So whilst I genuinely think, like, if I take my head out of the like what the hell moment and think of this as a standalone game, this is the first time since like GameCube, which I still love that Nintendo Switch 2 is just the GameCube 2.
It's definitely GameCube 2, yeah.
But it looks fantastic. The game looks incredible. But when I think about the Switch 2 situation, we've got the first Mario Kart World, right, since the Wii U. So over 10 years. Over 10 years since we've had a new Mario Kart. We've now got that. Then we get Donkey Kong. And now another racer, another kart racer.
I don't understand it.
It just seems really strange.
What I also don't understand is how amazing this view is.
Oh yes, yeah.
If you're listening on like Spotify or something, sorry you can't see it, but
yes,
this is the Rhine. And
but you can watch on Spotify.
Oh yeah, you can.
Or you can watch on YouTube, of course.
Yeah. So I'm not sure. I think there's a general feeling we're not sure what Nintendo are up to. We bumped into Kit and Krista.
We did actually see Kit and Krista. Yes,
cool.
We spoke to them for like a good hour in a queue.
Yeah, we were queuing for Silk Song, and they were in the queue as well. So just
they're really nice.
A bit like, we're all a bit kind of disappointed with what Nintendo are actually up to.
And those guys are ex-Nintendo employees, and that's their focus on their channel is Nintendo. And they were reflecting our thoughts too, which was actually really nice.
Yeah, but it does just feel like Nintendo have just missed an open goal. Their release cycles are off.
Yes.
They've not capitalized on the hype at all, which is really disappointing.
Yes.
And Kirby's Air Rider, I mean, like you said, if it was released like in 3 years' time, standalone game, you were like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
new Kirby game.
Even in like 6 months when there's been some other games like Pokemon Z and A is out, and like maybe some other sort
Metroid's finally got a release date
out, and stuff like that, it would make more sense. But to drop it like as literally the third release, and that 2 of them being kart racers, like, it just seems weird.
Yeah, it's well off. And the other worrying thing is that we're still showcasing a lot of third-party stuff that doesn't even have release dates yet.
Yes.
Even at Gamescom, like yesterday and today, you've got the Final Fantasy game, you've got Elden Ring, you've got like all the big third-party games that we were really excited by. Still no release date on any of them.
Yes.
Is there even a release date for Silk Song on Switch yet?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Got a date
it might
for
have been.
Xbox.
It might have been dated whilst we've been here.
Yeah.
Because this is the weird thing about Gamescom, is I feel like I'd be more in the know if I was at home watching these streams than being there, because it's so overwhelming. There's so much to do and see that you often miss some of these announcements.
Yeah, that's true.
We're a little bit in the dark right now of some of these things that might have been going on whilst we've been here.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if Silk Song's been dated for the Switch 2, but it's there playable, like right now. Like we can go play it today if we wanted to.
It's actually a nice jumping off point because we did play Silk Song.
We did play Silk Song.
Not on the Switch 2.
Yes. On the Switch 2.
We were playing it on the Xbox Ally X, which there was about a 5-hour queue for.
Oh my days, the queue was ridiculous.
But it was worth getting in. It was our second chance to get some dedicated time with the Xbox Ally X.
Yes.
The Silk Song there, it's playable. Everyone's really excited for it.
Yeah.
If you're into kind of that style of Metroidvania kind of game, it's there. It doesn't set me on fire as the same as everyone else.
No, me either. Like, I don't know. Like, it's tough because I know people absolutely love Hollow Knight. Like, there's a huge cult following. I've got to be honest, as a Metroidvania fan and a 2D platforming fan, it just never gripped me. I found it a little bit boring. Like, it's just very dull for me.
Would you say there's better that are coming out now?
Well,
would you say Shinobi's better?
Like, for me, I would prefer Shinobi. I'd much prefer to play Shinobi, for sure. And even stuff like Prince of Persia, Lost Crown, which I bang on about all day long.
Yeah.
Like, I'd much rather play those. It's just, I find Hollow Knight and Silk Song just a bit, you have no idea what you're doing. There's no objective. It's really difficult to find like upgrades and stuff, and you die a lot, and then you're right back at the beginning again.
Yeah,
and it's kind of annoying. Like, I don't know. I love the art style. I like the combat. I like a lot of it, but I think it's the complete and utter no direction that kind of upsets me a little bit about the game. But we did play it for a good half an hour. And I mean, it's good. If you like Hollow Knight, it's exactly the same. It's more of Hollow Knight.
It was surprising that it was actually there to be played and not just a meme.
Yes, yeah.
I was half expecting we would get in there and it would just be like a meme on the screen going like, lol.
Yeah. Just a trailer, unplayable trailer.
Like 9 years later.
Yes.
Whoops. How long has it been since Hollow Knight?
Well, Hollow Knight...
2017, wasn't it?
2017, I think. They announced Silk Song in 2019. I think it was meant to come out in 2019 and then it got delayed. I don't remember the exact timeline of it, but it's been a long time. But at least all the fans are going to get it. And I will probably end up picking it up. But knowing me, I'll probably play it for 2 hours and then not play it again.
There's some notable omissions from Gamescom in general, which I'm finding a little bit upsetting, if I'm honest.
Yes.
And that's the competition in the handheld space. Because obviously, Asus and Xbox are going hard. Obviously, the Switch 2 are absolutely the same, going hard in a big way with Nintendo. Yes. But no MSI.
No MSI.
No Lenovo.
Uh-oh, my shoelace is coming undone. AJ's going to have to take over.
No MSI, no Lenovo. So you've got MSI obviously releasing the Claw A8 right now, which is going to be the big competitor to what Asus is doing with the Xbox Ally X. And they're not here. And that I find baffling.
Yes. So it is really weird because I was fully expecting to see the MSI Claw A8. I was fully expecting to see the Lenovo Legion Go 2 prototype even.
Yes.
And we didn't get any of that.
Well, they're not even here.
No.
So it's not even like they're here and they've just got like one unit that they've got snuck around the back covered in dust. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Which we're excited with these people stepping in a more serious way into the handheld space, having proper competition for Asus at the high end and Switch at the consumer end.
Yeah.
So that them not being here, it's a disappointment. It feels like, you know, so many of these companies at the moment feel like they're just missing open goal opportunities.
dropping the ball, yeah.
Right now is all the attention, I feel like, at least in innovation, is on handheld gaming.
Yes, I agree. Yeah.
And we may be kind of skewed because that's what we do.
Yeah, it's what we do. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But that's where the innovation is. It's where there's a lot of excitement. So there's a real opportunity for them to capitalize on that, and they're just not here.
Yeah.
So disappointingly, we can't kind of share our thoughts on those devices with you.
Yeah, because I was really eager to get hands-on, especially with the A8, the Claw A8.
Yeah.
You know, with the new Z2 Extreme in it, the AMD variant. I was so excited to get hands-on with that, and they're just not here as far as we're aware. We've looked and looked for them, and can't see it. Lenovo's not here anymore.
Lenovo's not here. No, MSI aren't here.
So it's just a bit of a letdown, really. You know. So
yeah. It definitely though, the kind of main topic, the big exciting thing is The Xbox Ally and Ally X.
Yes.
They're here. We tried them.
Yes, we did.
And infinitely more exciting and better than we thought.
Yeah.
And that's my like huge takeaway from this.
That's it. Bye.
Yeah. This is like a really exciting moment.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm weirdly excited for?
What's that?
Is the reception of the cheap version, the Ally.
Yeah. Yes.
It's offering. I mean, performance is going to be a problem.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's who it's for.
It's not. No.
I think this is going to be for console gamers. This is maybe you've got an Xbox and you want a companion device.
Yeah.
Maybe it's your first Xbox.
It's for little Billy.
And you want a Game Pass machine on the go for little Billy.
Yeah.
The price was going to be exciting. The distribution that they're going to have, as we've talked about, because they've got Xbox on their side now.
Yeah.
So you're going to see it in like the high street stores.
Yes.
Probably.
Yes.
That's really interesting.
Yes.
So the reception of this is going to be really exciting. They're making a big push on streaming as well.
Yep.
And I know that's going to divide people.
It will divide people, but
We were critical of I've got to be honest, we were critical of the Portal.
we were critical of the Portal, but that's because that's all it does.
Yeah.
It only streams, and so that sucks. But being able to actually natively play, as well as having a streaming options to play your real Xbox games, the Xbox versions of games that are not available on PC, I think is actually a really good inclusion.
Yeah.
Because it means it's accessible to anybody. Like, so if you don't want to spend loads and buy the Xbox Ally X, then you can just buy the general Ally, and you could dock it and then stream your games over it. You know, with Game Pass, that kind of thing. So it's a bit of a jack of all trades, rather than the Xbox Ally is like, you know, the one to rule them all.
Yeah. It's going to be. There's some interesting parts about that. I've got some questions we've not got answers to yet.
Yes.
They've introduced this compatibility verification system.
Yes, they have.
So for like what games are going to be handheld compatible or handheld optimized.
Yes.
The big question I've got is I get how that's going to work on the Ally X.
Yes.
Because it's so much more performant.
Yes.
How do they balance that with the less performance you have on the Xbox Ally?
It's difficult, isn't it? But I think it's going to be utilizing either Copilot or some sort of hardware check to see what system you're running on and then adjust like accordingly. Because otherwise you're going to have two verification systems. You're going to either need to have a verification system for the Xbox Ally X version by itself, and then a separate one for the Xbox Ally version.
That's not going to work.
And that's not going to work because it's confusing. So I think it's going to see which device you're playing on, and then it's going to adjust accordingly. So
it's like a hardware verification.
Yeah,
like the hardware's checking.
It's just difficult, isn't it?
Because there's two tiers to it as well.
Yeah.
And of course, the Xbox team are really keen to stress that these have been tested by Xbox if they're handheld compliant.
Yes.
And that they will play on your handheld device without any tweaks to settings needed.
Yes.
As we almost get run over in Cologne.
Run over, yeah.
Scary stuff.
Brilliant.
So I don't know how they balance it, basically.
No, I
the two.
don't know how they make it work, but I think whatever they've done, they've thought about, and the only thing we can do is see. Luckily, we know we're going to get hands-on with both the Xbox Ally and the Xbox Ally X, so Asus have said that they will send us both to test for you guys. So we'll be able to put that side by side and find a game that's verified, actually play it up on both of them and see if that is actually the case.
I think we might be lost already.
I think we are lost, yeah.
Well, there's a train station. This is the great thing.
This is it. This is the way.
This is where we got off the train yesterday.
So we need to walk through the train station.
All right, let's try it.
Or underneath it.
I guarantee if there's no podcast next week, it's because we're still stuck in Germany.
We're still stuck in Germany,
like
exactly.
Wandering around aimlessly.
Yes, exactly, yeah.
All right, so verification tick.
Yes.
Xbox OS, whilst we're talking about the kind of software side of stuff, is a little bit good, a little bit shit.
Yeah, I mean,
mostly good.
It's much better than what we've got so far.
I'm going to be hypercritical because I wanted them to go full hog.
I wanted them to go full hog.
I wanted quick resume.
Yes, I wanted that too.
I wanted removal of all Windows systems.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they've practically done that.
I'm a selfish console player.
They've practically done that.
Apart from when you need to do updates.
Yeah, but they've said it's a mixture of 50-50. So it's a lot of the updates can be done in Xbox big picture mode.
Yeah.
And equally, some things, but we don't know what yet, will be done when backed out to Windows. So until we get hands-on, we can't tell you everything, but they did say to us it's about 50-50. Quick resume is my biggest letdown.
Yes.
The fact that there isn't any.
Yeah.
Because that is the one thing that I genuinely wanted to have and that we're sadly not getting yet. However, we did ask one of the Windows developers and they said, I can't confirm nor deny that we're working on that.
The good news is that it's 90% of the way there to being like the ultimate console experience.
Absolutely, yeah.
So like pretty much your entire life in it is going to be in what they're calling Xbox Big Picture mode,
Yes.
That's really cool, man.
Yeah. It is really cool, yeah.
And it does, if you come from Xbox land, it looks like you're on the Xbox homepage for the most part.
Yeah.
It's obviously a little bit different, but the way you've got your recently played windows, so like it will pull in all of your recently played games together.
Yes.
No matter what launcher you played them on.
Yes.
That's sick.
Yeah, I think that's great. The fact, like you said, that you can install anything off Ubisoft, off Epic, off Steam, off whatever you want, and it will show up in your aggregated library.
There was a possibility that they didn't do this.
Yes.
That it was just about Game Pass and Xbox library.
Yeah, yeah.
And that they ignored Steam and Ubisoft and all the rest of it. The fact that they haven't and embraced it all is a huge move from them.
Yes.
It's an unusual one for a company to be like that. I think probably only Xbox are like this in their kind of embracing all of your games kind of attitude.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they really are trying to bring that into reality, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like trying to make it so that everything's aligned. And what I really like, I know we've talked about this in specific videos or ones that are coming up, but the fact that you've got no back off into Windows, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so if you're launching from like Ubisoft.
Yeah, so currently like on a PC, or let's take the Ally X, right? You were in Armory Crate, you load your game up that's from Steam, it boots like into full Windows desktop, so it backs out to Windows, and then you see the splash screen, and then the game launches. However, now, that's not the case. When you launch a game now through Xbox Big Picture mode, instead of it backing out into Windows at all, it's just going to load straight in. So that splash screen is just going to show on screen without anything in behind it, because Windows is like minimized down. And
whilst you're talking about, I know I'm jumping around a little bit, but
yeah,
whilst you're talking about like it being quicker and easier to get into the games, I like this place. This is nice.
Yeah, this is nice. I think we set the camera down and talk.
Yeah. So whilst you're talking about it being a more like a smooth experience to jump in and out of your games, the advanced shaders.
Yes, this is huge.
Huge.
This is
barely talked about as well, which I don't get.
A lot of this stuff wasn't directly told to us when we asked or wanted to find out. And we ended up finding out like through their press briefings or their own videos when they like put them out.
Yeah.
But the advanced shader compiling is massive.
So it basically preloads your shaders as the game's installing.
Yeah.
So the first time you load your game, you're not having to wait around for then shaders to be downloaded and implemented.
Yeah.
Which is, anyone who's had the Ally or the Ally X experience, it's so frustrating when you go to a new game.
Just PC gaming in general.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
Well, what was the first text I sent you?
Oh, yeah.
About the Ally X?
Yeah.
Like, fuck shaders, man.
Yeah. Shaders suck. And I went, oh yeah, you're not used to shaders. No. Every game needs shaders compiling. And like you said, this is a feature that's going to be at launch on specifically like supported games. And as AJ said, when it downloads, it will install the shaders and compile them there and then, so that it's just seamless into the game.
They've not said what games are the specific games, which is kind of interesting.
Yes.
And I wonder how wide that rollout's going to be. I can't imagine they're going to go back in time with it a huge amount.
Yes.
It's going to be a now forwards thing.
I don't know. I don't know how difficult it is for them to do. I really don't know. And I have questions about it as well, because every time you have a graphics card update, you have to recompile shaders. So how does that work? Is it when you install the game, everything's fine, and then when you like update your graphics card settings or whatever, the next time you launch it, are you going to be sat at a shader compiling screen? Like, what's going to happen there? Is it going to do it in the background? Is it going to check for it weekly? Is it going to check every time you boot up? Like, how does that work other than the first install? Because first install, that's great, but they're on fourth.
Yeah.
What happens?
Yeah. You've had an update.
Yeah.
And now I need to do the whole thing again. Now I can't see how they'll get around that realistically.
I honestly don't see what's going to happen there unless every time you boot up the system, it does a check like SteamOS, where that downloads shaders every time you boot.
It's got to be said that a lot of these great features, these quality of life moments, are straight from SteamOS.
Yes, and that's fine. You know, they've copied the homework, and honestly, I'm not complaining because SteamOS is great. Like, it really is.
Yeah.
You know, I know there's downfalls there, but if Windows are taking note of the things that work, quick resume.
Quick resume. Come on.
Yeah. Then I'm all for it. And honestly, getting hands-on with the Xbox OS so far has felt good. Like, it has felt good. And we do have confirmation about that 50% resource thing. So they said specifically that it saves 2 gigabytes of RAM.
We brought this up in a previous podcast, I think it was, when we were like previewing what we're expecting from this.
Yes.
And we quoted a press release that we saw that seemed to get buried or lost because anyone else in the audience that was looking for it couldn't find it.
Yeah.
And it was quite hard to find afterwards, actually.
Yeah.
But we remember seeing that it would be a 2 gigabyte saving on resources. And now we've had that confirmed as of yesterday that that's actually the case from the Windows team themselves.
Yes.
So that's huge. When you're talking about like low-powered devices.
You're getting 2 gig back to share between system and VRAM, which I think is amazing because your games are going to benefit. Like they're going to benefit, and it really did feel snappy and responsive. One of my biggest flaws of Armory Crate was I actually find, and I've said this so many times, so I'm sorry, Jesus, but Armory Crate on PC sucks. I've got it on there. I don't like it. It's buggy. It's slow. And I've enjoyed it on the Ally and the Ally X. It's much, much better, but it is still a little bit unresponsive. And that was my biggest issue. You pull up Armory Crate and you want to do something and there's lag there, like it's a bit slow. And yesterday when we got hands-on with Xbox OS, as we call it, I was trying to break it and it was fast. Like, it was so snappy. And I think the collaboration of the fact that there's more resources there to use and also those 50 AI tops.
Well, this is a huge part of it as well.
It is snappy, it is responsive. It feels like an Xbox console where it works.
The information about what the NPU part of the Z2E is doing, or Z2E AI is doing, it's a little bit patchy. So we're trying to put all the information together.
Yes.
We don't know how much like Copilot is helping with the operating system side of things whilst we're talking about Xbox OS.
Yes.
They were kind of unclear on that. But one thing we know for certain is that they're going toe-to-toe with Pissa and what PlayStation are offering by getting their arse out.
Yes. Yeah, we're calling it... So Xbox are pissaring it down the can and Xbox have bared their arse.
So automatic...
It's ASR? It's ASR, so it's Automatic Super Resolution, which is an operating system-based upscaling. So, which is hardware upscaling. This is effectively a different take on DLSS or FSR4. So whilst we've been banging on, why didn't you wait for RDNA 4? Because the Z2 Extreme is only RDNA 3.5. This almost, in a way, you can think they've backported it, but it's different. It is not FSR4. This is a Windows operating system-based upscaler, which utilizes that specific part of the chip, the AI, the 50 tops, the NPU side of that chip. So it's not going to take a performance hit from your game before upscaling it. It's actually going to leave the CPU and GPU untouched and be ran from the NPU. It's amazing. It's insane.
The thing that's really amazing with it, beyond the kind of like how it works, is it doesn't require any game development implementation.
Yes.
So technically this will work on every game, which is what we wanted with when we talk about DLSS, the advantage that Switch 2 has there, and we were waiting for RDNA 4 and FSR4 to be implemented. We wanted this hardware-based, locally done upscaling.
Yes.
It's now available on this generation, which is wild.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing with it being AI-based is typically any AI or Copilot kind of implementation before has been like we rely on like server-based training, large models of information. This is all done locally on your machine. So there's no central kind of learning needed.
Yeah.
So every individual Ally X from now on, or Xbox Ally X from now on,
Ally X, yeah,
will be able to implement this locally from the operating system. So every game will be able to take advantage of it.
It is mind-blowing. It's better than we thought. Because the issue with other upscalers, whether that's software-based or hardware-based, as we've seen with FSR, DLSS, is that you are waiting for devs to implement this stuff. Yeah. Look at the Switch 2. It can do DLSS, but it doesn't, because most of the devs haven't bothered enabling it because no one's got a dev kit. So it's really frustrating. You have to wait for them to tick the box. Same with DLSS. Granted, NVIDIA are really good on PC, but if we take a look at FSR 4, I've got a 9070 XT, and the thing hardly uses FSR 4 because no one's implemented it.
Because it requires so much work from the developer.
Yeah.
That what AMD have managed to do here is just bypass that problem entirely.
Yeah, yeah.
Just go, do you know what? We'll just have this hardware local AI training.
Yes.
And it gets around the issue. Yeah. And now to tie in with that Ally kind of ethos and the Xbox of all your games, play anywhere. They've kind of gone, well, now I'll just do it on your device.
Yes, and it's not AMD, this is Microsoft.
It's Microsoft,
nothing to do with AMD.
It's a Copilot thing, isn't it?
It's nothing to do with AMD. The only reason it's available is because AMD have put those AI tops in there. So because it's got the 50 tops, the MPU, Microsoft's utilizing that to do the heavy lifting.
Can we have a little moment for AJ's learning corner, where I feel like I'm learning something? And if you want a little science lesson from AJ, is I found out what tops means.
Yes, I like
so you don't have to.
I like this a lot.
So 50 tops means 50 trillion operations per second.
Yeah,
that's right. Just here to teach.
But how freaking amazing! Like I wasn't expecting this. I was thinking maybe in the future they'll backport some features of FSR 4.
Yes.
And I was waiting on
much
AMD.
like PS5 Pro. How that's going to happen.
Exactly that. I was waiting on AMD to backport some features, and I thought we're going to be waiting like 6 months, a year. Yeah. But no, this is done. The only issue here is we are going to be waiting, because it doesn't actually come out until early 2026.
And I think this is why they were so coy with the information about all of the Copilot features. When they were doing the kind of big presentation about it, well, firstly, when we had our press hands on in the morning, there was no information.
None.
By the afternoon, they decided to put some information out. And they did their big kind of sit down on the stage kind of presentation. And all they were talking about with it is Copilot-enabled like processors on PCs, and how that carries over to this device, which is like implementation of Copilot to be like a Copilot assistant to help you when you're stuck in games. I know you quite like that feature, but anyway,
we can talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. And also how Copilot can help you edit together gameplay highlight reels and stuff.
Yeah, so
which are all kind of cool, kind of kitsch things. So like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
It's not giving me what I want, which is like, give me power.
Yes, yeah. How is it going to help gaming?
Yes,
is what I want to know.
So they were really cagey about the information they're putting out, and it seems clear now from putting together some previous press releases about ARS that it's going to be implemented by 2026.
Yeah.
And also that back when it first was being developed, it was for Snapdragon processors. And they, at the time, we're talking about a one-frame lag latency that introduces. We don't know if that's been ironed out, if that's something they're working on, how this is going to be rolled out in this device. Lots of questions still, basically.
Lots of questions, but I can't wait to get hands-on with that when it launches.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit disappointed it is not coming at launch so that we can really see such a jump in performance, because this is going to be a little bit like the MSI Claw AI 8975. I never know what the frickin' name is.
I think that's what it's called.
The Intel one, right? Where it launched and it sucked. And now it's really good. You've got the XeSS 2.0 or whatever it is with XeSS frame gen and everything. And now, currently, before the Xbox Ally X comes out, it is the best performing handheld. It even beats out the ROG Ally X, right? But people just remember how bad it sucked at the beginning. Whereas with this, it's not going to suck at the beginning, but it's not going to be as good as it will be once ARS comes out. So I would have loved to see ASR be available from the launch date to really show the power of this thing. But unfortunately, we're going to have to wait 6 months. and then we'll get another.
I want to
increase.
if we can today, get confirmation on the date that we're likely to see this rolled out.
Yeah, all they've said so far is early 2026.
Yeah, so that's kind of frustration. It's going to be like a competition between Pissa and Arse, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Who gets proper rollout first?
Yeah, exactly.
I think the big takeaway really is, I've said it in a couple of videos, it's like I came into this thinking there's not going to be a compelling reason to get rid of your allies, your Gen 1 allies, your Ally and your Ally X.
Yes.
And the kind of confusion as to the timing of this release.
Yes.
As we've talked about it being before RDNA 4 is here, it feels like weird timing. But now getting all this information together from yesterday now feels like there's a genuine reason, and also, I'm just going to say it, a compelling reason to sell your Gen 1.
I totally agree. And we know that Xbox have said before that they want to backport the Xbox Big Picture mode to other handhelds, including the Ally and the Ally X.
I don't know how they're going to do it smoothly.
But also they've given no date, and they said we don't know. So I reckon you're going to be waiting at least a year.
There's some big questions with that, because obviously we're talking about the NPU and the Copilot implementation, which is going to help a lot with the operating system.
Yes.
But also there's some like physical hardware things like buttons that aren't present on the Ally and the Ally X.
The buttons are different.
Which play, as insignificant as that may sound, they play a really big part in how the operating system is controlled.
Yes, yeah.
Like the game library button, the Xbox button.
Especially if you take into consideration moving away from Asus, and going to Lenovo or anything like that.
I don't know how they do it.
It's no longer got Armoury Crate support.
No.
So how's that going to work? There's big question marks, as this to me seems like it's going to be tied between Asus and Xbox at least for a good year minimum before they improve upon it and eventually manage to tweak it to be put onto other devices. So like you said, looking for a compelling reason, you've got Xbox Big Picture mode, which we call Xbox OS.
Which is phenomenal.
Which is actually really good, and it's only going to get better with updates. You've got the APU side in the Ally X version, the Xbox Ally X, which is going to see stuff like ASR, with operating system level upscaling. You've got the pre-compiled shader thing going on. You've got aggregated library. You've got the verification system, the aggregated library thing, launching any of your games immediately without backing out into Windows.
Any launcher, any game. Yeah. So good.
You've got 2 gig of RAM saved.
Yeah.
You've got that AI-based variant. So yes, we've got ARS, which I just mentioned, but also that's going to help the heavy lifting.
And the other thing we're not is, of course, it's the Z2E as well.
Yeah.
So it is, and we talked about the increase in performance, especially in efficiency with it.
That's it, 30% increase in performance at 17 watts.
Yeah.
Better battery life. And this is before ARS.
Yes, exactly. That's why my head's
so before the pants get pulled down in 6 months, and the ARS is full bore. We're already getting a massive leap here. And yes, it does. We can confirm that it does run up to 35 watts plugged in, because I had a cheeky look on one of the systems they forgot to lock down. And I think this is a really compelling reason to, if you are looking for top dog performance, which, let's face it, anyone that's buying an ROG product is wanting, is kind of the only reason you go with that. Is if you're wanting top dog, sell your allies now.
And sell them now and get ready. No word exactly on price yet, but I'm willing to put money on it's going to be a very similar price point to what the rumours say. What we've heard so far.
I agree.
Which means that the Ally X variant sits around the same price point as the Ally X last generation.
I reckon a little bit more expensive.
Maybe like £50 to £100 more expensive, or $50 to $100 more expensive, which is fine because you're getting so much more. If you've not got into the handheld game yet and you've been waiting, now is the time to jump in.
Don't buy an Ally X now. Unless you find one half price.
I'd be as bold as to say that everything up to this point has been the epilogue of handheld gaming. This is the pre-ramble.
We've been in beta for the past 3 years.
And now we see the V1s launch.
We're coming out of early access. Getting the full launch now. And the fact that they've managed to pair up Asus with Xbox.
Yeah, it's wicked.
It's mad. Have you noticed, by the way, that we've had lessons on how to say the company name? I said...
Did you?
I said to our contact, who's really, really nice, I said to him, how do you say the name? Because everyone jokes that we say it wrong, because I say Asus.
Asus.
Yeah, and some people say Asus, and it's no, it's
We just get in trouble all the time.
Yeah, that's it. So now I've just confused myself to what it actually is.
Asus ROG.
Asus.
Yeah.
Asus?
Whatever.
Asus.
Asus.
I've been saying it right this whole time. I've been actively thinking of it, and now I've said it wrong.
You've been pleased with yourself as well.
And it's not.
Oh, yeah.
I said as well, inside, you say ROG just to annoy people, and they're like, no, we have to say ROG. I was like,
I've been going round to the wall saying ROG.
Yeah.
Just to watch their faces.
We've always said wrong. But yeah, I genuinely think the time is now.
The time is now.
The time is now. And I really think this is going to dominate the handheld industry. I was really hopeful for the MSI Claw A8 and stuff like the Lenovo Legion Go 2. I'm going as far as thinking without Xbox OS on there and the ability to have ARS and stuff like that.
Copilot.
I don't even think it's worth bothering. I really don't think it's worth bothering. I think you need to really pay attention to Xbox and Asus here.
There's a really interesting part of the market we spoke at the start of this pod of where the Xbox Ally, the cheap version, will sit in the market. I think units-wise, it's going to sell really well.
Yes.
Because it's Xbox branded, it's going to have Xbox distribution.
Yeah.
It's going to probably be a similar price to Switch 2, Steam Deck kind of price point.
Yes.
Maybe a touch more.
Yes.
Which makes it a really kind of compelling kind of Christmas offering for little Billy.
Little Billy's going to love it because of how easy it is to use Xbox OS.
Yeah.
That big picture mode, honestly, it's really, really good. Press and hold the Xbox button and it comes up with an Alt-Tab carousel.
Switch between the programs that are open.
Yeah, because I don't know if anyone, I'm saying I don't know if anyone, most of you that are watching probably have an Ally already.
Yeah.
So if you're in a game and you want to Alt-Tab, you've got to open Command Center. You've got to go to your widget that you've programmed yourself that says show desktop, right? And then you hit desktop, it Alt-Tabs you back to the desktop, or you've got to bring up the keyboard and physically press Alt-Tab because we're just on laptop smashed into a hand.
Yeah, it's laptop games.
Yeah, and that's so annoying. Whereas on this, you press and hold the Xbox button, any apps that are open, you just slide between. So Xbox apps are always open in the background, and you can just Alt-Tab between like that. It's so seamless.
More consider those little quality of life improvements, thinking back to what we're talking about with verification, with the kind of implementation of Copilot to help actually run games better with ARS and stuff. All these things now, it's no longer is it a laptop that's squashed into a handheld.
Yep.
Now this is its own category.
It is a true handheld now.
So now handheld gaming is its own thing now.
It's forced its way into the market.
Yeah, and now this is Gen 1.
And I don't think it's going to, I don't think it's going to be so niche now.
No.
I think everyone's going to know PC, laptop, handheld.
Yes.
It's not just PC, laptop anymore.
Yeah.
And I think more people, with the inclusion of them putting little Billy's white Xbox Ally in proper retailers, people are going to get eyes on this and go, hang on, that's an Xbox? And little Billy's mum's going to be like, I'll get him that because she's got money.
My only disappointment, and I know they'd never do it because there's a clear reason why they've done it, but my only disappointment is that there's only 2 colours.
Yeah.
And I secretly, don't tell anyone, but I like the white one more aesthetically.
I really like the white one.
But I know that I'll never have the white one because it's the underperformant version. But I look at it and I go, that looks cool.
It looks
The
nice.
black one looks a bit boring.
I really like the black, but the white
looks a bit boring. But this a running thing for this whole thing is that this is ergonomics and function well above aesthetics.
Oh, yeah. The thing feels amazing. We haven't even talked about that.
Yeah, ergonomics
The ergonomics are really, really good. So whilst it looks a little bit ugly, everyone knows it looks a little bit ugly, when you pick it up, it rests in your hands so well. It really, really does. It is actually physically heavier, but when you pick it up, it feels lighter than an Ally X.
Yeah.
Because you've got real controller handles. We've got a deep dive video on this.
Just on the ergonomics, yeah.
So go and see that for everything. But it really sits in your hands nicely, and you can one-hand it.
Wow, that's huge.
It's really nice. It really is.
So much of it's thought out. There's bits I didn't even talk about this in the ergonomics. The shoulder buttons, the bumpers, LB and RB, still wrap around the top nicely.
Yeah.
And where you actually think about where your fingers land, they're not on top, they are actually on the corner.
Yeah.
So you can press them still, I've still got a lovely click to them.
Yep.
The triggers still feel nice. The placement of the joysticks, the buttons, everything is, can I say it's the perfect ergonomics?
I love I agree with you, but yes, I do think it's the perfect ergonomics. They've really thought about it. But I love the rumble in the triggers.
It's nice.
It's really nice. And you will be able to adjust the rates. What we were playing on Forza whatever it was. Number 25, well, how many there are.
I like Forza.
No, I like it. I just don't keep up with how many there are. But they had it probably set to like 20%. So it was very subtle. But
it was like it's tickling your finger.
But it was nice. And for shooters, that's going to make an impact.
Do you like when the wind blows? That gives me like a Mohican.
Oh, I like that. I like Mohican AJ. That's good. Yeah, that's really good.
Wow, there's a lot to love here. I think the big one, we've got a lot of questions from the community. I know I did ask you your questions before on the community tab on Discord. We're going to do that when we get back to the studio because I want to like really gather our thoughts. There's a bunch of individual videos as well that will kind of focus in on some bits. We're going to do a load more comparisons side by side. We're getting hands-on really soon. So we'll have some like real dedicated features.
August 16th. It's getting released. We haven't even talked about
October 16th.
August.
All right, Whiston.
back in the, No, October 16th.
Not October 18th, if you're watching the announcement from ASUS.
Yeah, that was quite funny.
So 16th. Just in time for my birthday, thanks if you're going to send it in, thanks for the offer.
That's it. But so it's super soon. Which I think they've nailed right in time for Christmas and stuff.
Yeah,
little Billy's going to be wanting his little Xbox Ally, the white one.
I think the big one is kind of takeaway. If you're sat on the fence on getting into handheld PC gaming,
now's the time.
100%. This is Gen 1.
Wait for October 16th.
If you were there's a few consumers that I know, a few viewers that I know that were like, I'm going to keep an eye on the OG Ally X prices now because they'll drop.
Yes, yeah.
I think you'd be wasting your money if I'm honest.
I think unless you can get it like 50% off, then I would just wait.
Arguably, if it was like $350, then
just wait.
It's a no-brainer.
Just wait.
But you're missing out way more than we anticipated.
This is bigger than we thought. Like by far. With the hardware-based upscaling, that is like the number one thing. Like here for me is like what? Like
and the operating system.
You're not
going to see the
They're like all of it together. There's every little checkbox here that, as a whole, makes so many quality of life improvements that are actually genuinely worth upgrading.
And you're not going to see any of these implemented anywhere else.
You're not going to see it anywhere. This is
probably not.
This is literally for the Xbox Allies and the Ally X specifically. Only. You're not going to see it anywhere else.
So if you were like on the edge, I'd say now's the time. If you're thinking about upgrading, yes, it's worth it. Sell your Ally X's. If you haven't got any and you're like one of those curious viewers, then it's definitely worth it. If you're not so worried about playing like really high-end performance, then there is a place for the Ally version, the Xbox Ally version, perhaps.
Because you can
because of the operating system.
You can stream as well with Game Pass.
If you've already got a Game Pass account or an Xbox library.
And if you're an Xbox console player and you just want an Xbox handheld, this is kind of it. Like,
this is it.
So you will be able to stream your games. Like streaming. But I love it.
I don't like Tintin.
I love it. But so you will be able to stream your games, but you'll also be able to play them locally. So it's crazy what they're doing here. This is bigger than we anticipated. And I'm really excited. Like I want to get hands on like now.
And genuinely don't know how anyone's going to compete with it.
No one can. I genuinely believe that because this operating system thing is going to be locked down for at least a year. How have we started like spinning around? We were.
It's mainly because I was trying to get the wind in directly in my face.
I like this. Get it in your face. Right. Gamescom behind us. There we go. So no one could compete. This operating system is going to be locked in for a minimum of 12 months. Minimum. It could be longer. It could be that it's fully locked in forever.
I don't know how it gets implemented across the board. Now is the time. We're going to do loads more. It's a bit of a short pod because we just wanted to walk and talk because we're getting for day 2. This is our final day here as well, so it's a short one. Any more we find out, we'll cover.
We've got another hands-on later
this afternoon, which is a bit more time with it. And loads more videos coming up on it. So make sure you subscribe to that if you're not already. And like the video because you love us. If you're in podcast land, obviously all those 5 stars.
Become a member and you can talk to us.
That stuff too. And more when we get back. So we'll see you soon, but from Cologne.
Auf Wiedersehen.
No, have a nice day.
Oh, right, okay.
Well, you could say Auf Wiedersehen, but I mean, I guess you're doing it.
Bye.